Thanks for clicking. This video is literally just I press stop and start on the recorder. Recorded right after I stopped the previous video that was uploaded, which was called something like I'm Dying Inside, probably is what it's called. And I just at the end of that video, another topic or part of my whole, one of the many parts of all my problem or whatever came to mind, which is, and it's even as recent as last night. I don't know what this video will be called, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Title. So at the very end of the last video, this thing occurred to me, which obviously I wasn't going to bring up in that one because it was the end of the time, which was one of the things obviously that contributes to my dying inside, a particular current state of just feeling very hopeless and just like there's no point to even try to get a job because you know exactly what the job is going to be like. It's going to be like the jobs you've had before. Suggest sell, pimp out their credit card, pimp out the whatever, pimp out the cancer donation bullshit. But another aspect of my just, dying and contributes to me dying inside, I believe one of the contributing factors to me, to the whole dying inside aspect of my life is the inability to connect with anybody. Basically anybody, and I bet I know the title for this one, which you already know, but a title that I've been a topic that I've been meaning to do for a while, which I might as well just do it. I slid right into it, which is I feel like an alien. And to any of you gracious individuals who view all or the majority of my videos or more recent videos, I mentioned in a video before about, I've mentioned John Carpenter's movie They Live, where the Rowdy Piper puts on these special glasses and can see the aliens among the population, and the politicians are aliens, and certain influential citizens are aliens, whatever, and they're spread out throughout society to control it, to control the world's population or whatever, to influence it. And obviously when I saw that movie, probably when it came out on video, right when it was new on video. And obviously as a kid, I was probably whatever, 11 or 12. I understood the concept, and obviously like you do when you're a kid, you're like, oh wow, that's a cool idea. But you never go like, you always think as a kid that's a cool idea for a movie. But it never occurs to you as a kid, or at least in my case it never did, that wow, what if that's true? As a kid, you always think that everything in movies are made up ideas just to entertain, and you think that what's presented, of course, by the mainstream media, just the country or whatever, is reality. But anyway, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. But long story short, I still got a good 10 minutes to talk about it. I feel like an alien, like I'm on planet Mars, trying to, and at first, it can go both ways where I feel like everyone else is an alien. Well, whether I'm on my own planet invaded by aliens or I'm on another planet and I'm the alien, it doesn't matter, because one of us, it's either me who's the alien or the other people who are the majority, the people I try to deal with are aliens. So it doesn't matter. So we'll just say I'm on planet whatever. I'm on Mars. It feels like I'm on Mars or something. And I'm an earthling trying to fit in. And you might ask, well, in what way? In what way are you an alien? Well, almost every way you could think of. Um, I've never been, basically, I gotta quickly say this. Basically, in America, there's this thing which people might deny as being fact, which is, of course, like quote-unquote culture. And culture is basically created by corporations and the media and advertising and all this and that. And whether you know that or not, that's the way it is. Culture is like this invisible, non-existent thing which takes the form of iPhones. I guess it's an Apple Watch. I don't know why it's not an iWatch personally, because whatever. But it takes the forms of, iPhone 6s and Apple Watches and iPads and Nike shoes and, Beats by Dre headphones and just all this shit, materialistic shit, combined with just, the senseless, news reporting on the football player punching his fiance or whatever, and all this just, so basically culture is just a construct of, the wealthy, the people in control. The people in control are the bankers and the people who are the richest people in the world, are the people who control. So I've never been, ever since, my parents were, kind of social misfits too. So as a kid, I was never, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I suppose it does. I was never, I'm already like halfway through the fucking video. I was never really as immersed in culture, quote-unquote culture, like Michael Jackson and all this shit, as average people were, and I just was never interested in it. And, so basically what I'm saying is you have a majority, in America anyway, who they all think similarly. It's like they all behave and think and act and everything based similarly, because it's all like informed by this, in my opinion, this quote-unquote culture that we're in. And I've never been, I've always just been my own person, and I've never been drawn in by it because it's not interesting to me. I left out sports, these big, huge, sporting events that people put so much emphasis and importance in that, in actuality don't matter at all. Sports is another way that the people who own the planet and the country keep the masses just, pacified, keep them busy thinking about shit that's not important. So that's it. I'm an alien, because if you're, I've already mentioned this in videos before, because if you're a fucking critical thinker, a smart person, and not a sheep, you don't fit in. And it, personally for me, it wears me down. Like I feel more like when I go out to have to get whatever, groceries, or I have to go out and, get gas or do whatever. I feel more alone among all these people than I do when I'm just at home by myself. And that feeling sucks. It's like you hear them talking on their phone and the shit that they're saying is so trivial and so stupid. It's like, why are you even, I just feel like I'm so basic and simple, but in a way that is, and all these people have so many minute little meaningless details in their lives that they fill their lives with that are so meaningless, like your fingernails, manicures, and all these little details that society says is important. Again, going back to the whatever you want to call it, elite controlled culture and media. You know, these girls think they have to have makeup on all the time. I'm gonna put my face on, you know, I gotta have these nails done, I gotta have all this shit. And I'm just so basic and simple, where just a summer day and a summer night and a summer dusk is all I need. You know, that it's more fulfilling, you know, to sit on the lake on a calm summer night as you know, the day is fading away and the night is approaching. Is all I need, and it's not, you know, an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 10 will never take the place of just nature for me, you know. And I just don't understand how the majority are so hijacked by all this shit that doesn't matter. You know, I mean, I have an iPad. I have an iPad, the first one, you know, which is probably I'm probably one of the only people who are still using the first one, but I'm going to use it until it doesn't work anymore. I mean, I got an iPad, I got an iPod Touch. It's cool, you know, to be able to have so many, you know, so much music and audio and stuff on it. It's cool. I'm not going to say it isn't, but, you know, I don't have an iPad or an iPod Touch with me at all times, and, you know, or I don't have earbuds hanging out of my ears at all times, you know. So it's just like, am I going to be able to find anyone like me, even my lesbian acquaintance, pretty much the only person I ever see at all, and that's rare, I mean, maybe twice a month or once a month, is one of these people who's, you know, constantly got the phone nearby, you know. And it's just like, so even the person that I do know isn't who I would consider like a person that I really, you know, I guess click with, because, you know, in a lot of ways she is one of them. And is it, you know, is this whole mentality of me, you know, calling them and not, you know, am I fucking myself up? I don't know. Do I have the wrong attitude? Maybe. But it boils down to the basics of, I'm not thinking about it when I go out in the world, like, you know, oh, there they are. It's not like it's a conscious thing. It's like, oh shit, you know, it's just like, I don't know, you know. It's not like I'm fucking going out in the world with a bad attitude and I'm making my reality. I'm going out in the world, you know, before recently, where I'm like, right now I'm feeling just hopeless. I'd go out in the world optimistically and I'd say maybe I can meet someone, maybe, but no one is ever like me, or, you know, I don't feel like I ever connect with anyone on a deep level. And does nobody connect with anyone on a deep level? Maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe everyone's so-called friends are just acquaintances, and I don't know. But I truly, from what I see, it feels like people connect genuinely with all their, you know, I gotta wrap up, all their unimportant interests and all this and that, or sporting events and stuff. It seems like it's genuine connection to me, you know, like other people, you know. They talk effortlessly amongst each other, you know, and it's like, because they're like-minded or like no-minded people. So thank you very much for watching, and yet another just whatever, me trying to just self therapy session with me, and once again at a very low point in my life, and I just like, so thanks for clicking, and I'll catch you on the next video.